What's up, y'all? It's Sean.
And I'm Kenya.
And we are Taking for Ransom. Today, we're talking about entrepreneurship and our marriage. So, in case you didn't know, Kenya and I both work 9 to 5s, and we're both small business owners. So I'm not going to say small business. We're both business owners.
Yeah.
We both have our own companies. We're entrepreneurs. And being married and working 9 to 5 and running our own companies is definitely something that as a married couple we have to compromise. We have to get into grooves. We have to learn how to work with each other, especially doing business together. This YouTube channel is doing business together. Kenya does her. You want to explain your company?
No.
You want to explain it?
No.
Well, Kenya's company, her company is All Things Loop, and what she does is she serves as a central hub for creatives to network with other people, get their voices out there, tell their stories. She'll do interviews, she'll do panel discussions. She did a tour it was a 7-city tour, 6-city tour?
5-city.
A 5-city tour, and she serves basically as a central hub to get creatives together. Specifically, I don't know if her target audience is still millennials. I think she expanded, but Black creatives, getting them together and meeting other people that you might say, hey, I saw that person on Kenya page. I need that person. Let me hit them up. And I have a media company. I do video, podcasts, photography, all of that. So our companies coincide with each other. Kenya needs videos. I do videos. But working with my wife is something that it takes getting used to.
Okay.
Go ahead, honey.
No. So no. We have two different styles of working. I'm a night owl, so I do a lot of my work at night. Sean here is sleep by 8:30, so it's almost
because I have to wake up at 5:30 to go to work.
It's 10 o'clock now, so we're doing this video a little bit late. But Sean goes to sleep at like 8:30 p.m. and then I'm up like 10 and 11 o'clock. I'm just getting my groove ready. I'm just ready to go into the other. She is exaggerating.
I go to bed at about 10 o'clock, and she's up at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we have two different ways of actually doing this entrepreneur thing. Even with YouTube, like I'm not gonna. I saw a lot of y'all vote for me for not wanting to do the video. However, no, I'm just gonna tell the story. It was me, but we hear it now. Sean is more of the motivator. I don't like to be on camera. Like Sean is the more of the motivator. Like, let's get this done, and I'm more like, dude, we can do this next week. So
I mean, I'm not an on-camera person either. I didn't become an on-camera person until like the last few years. My entire media career was behind the scenes. I would be behind the camera. I would do voiceovers, but nobody would ever see my face. And now that I'm doing this with her and I'm in front of the camera, so this is a culture shock for both of us, honey. But Kenya, the way she works is when she has an idea, she wants to do it right then and there, and everybody has to drop what they're doing.
Not everybody.
I have to drop what I'm doing and hop on board her idea. Right now, I could be playing the game, and so you just don't care? You don't? Why we gotta wait?
No, this is Sean. I have an idea, and I'll tell him, I'm like, dang, Sean, I got this great idea. I want to do X, Y, and Z. Sean, as you guys know, I said it in the last video, he takes all day to do everything. So
that was like 3 videos ago.
So what? It was still, I still said it, but so he takes all day. He's slow at it, and it irritates me. So I'd be like, you know what? That's okay. I don't need it. I'll do it myself. And then he gets mad because I'll just end up doing it myself and be like, oh, okay, I'll do it myself. But
like I said in the last video, it gets done. Kenya is used to working by herself, so she doesn't realize that she has to work with other people's schedules or other people might not feel like just jumping on. It's like if Kenny has an idea, she'll just stop whatever she's doing and start telling me the idea. I might be in freaky mode. I might be. I might be trying to rub on her feet and, go to the bedroom. So, Sean, I got an idea for a panel discussion. And if she gets in business mode, it's like everything else is canceled. Because if I try to, okay, babe, we talk about that later, she'll get upset.
But that later never comes for Sean. It never comes. So I have to get it out. You should see my phone. I have ideas after ideas. I have notebooks with just nothing but ideas. So I be wanting, like, now I have a husband. I can tell my husband, but my husband be so slow on things. Then it's just we just have a difference of looking at it.
I saw a meme that said if you're going to date an entrepreneur, it means you become an assistant with no questions asked, and that is completely true. If you're going to be with somebody who's an entrepreneur or has their own business, you are now their assistant. You have to support their dreams. You have to support their company. You have to do whatever you can to make sure that they're getting their things accomplished and that they're staying motivated. Small business owners go through a lot. They get unmotivated. Might have a good year, sales are up. Might have a bad year, nobody buys nothing.
Yeah.
So you as their partner, you have to make sure that you keep them motivated and keep them on task or on project or even giving them new ideas of what to do. So it's no easy task dating or being married to a small business owner, because sometimes I'll get booked for a shoot and I'll be gone for hours, and Kenya could be like, you was just gone yesterday, when you gonna spend time with me? But she doesn't do that, because being a photographer and videographer, that takes a lot of time. Editing takes a long time that I'm not paying attention to her or whatnot. Or if she has a bunch of videos, like she just did her 28 Days of Black History, where she interviewed 28 black women, that was a lot.
Yeah, it was.
That was a lot to record. That was a lot to edit. But me as her husband, it's my job to...
He gave me slack the whole time. Trust and believe. He gave me... He was... We got into it like 3 or 4... No, we got into it more than 3 or 4 times. But we got into
Can I
it.
finish my part?
And he just gave me
Can I finish my part? Me as her husband, it's my job to not look at her as my wife.
Without attitude.
But to look at her as a client. That's what I had to do. I had to stop looking at you as my wife and look at you as a client. Like, I have a job to do. I have to get these 28 videos done, and I have to make sure they're done right and not lazily. Kenya is just a very strict client. And she has strict deadlines. Now, in her defense, February was a last minute thing. That's not how she always operates. She doesn't always do that.
I liked it. Oh, that's another one. Like, we are so different. Like, I like X, Y, Z, point A, B, C. I like point 1, 2, 3. Sean would be like, okay, we just gonna do this over here, then this. I'm like, nothing is wrote down. We haven't talked about anything.
I'll show up day of and shoot a Hollywood blockbuster with no script.
That's not.
No script.
Mm-mm.
And it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. Because that's how he
operates. That's how he operates. And the first time he did that, I don't know, I think it was YouTube. I don't know what was doing. Oh, no, it was for the actual, the game show night. And he just sending out text messages. And I'm like, what are you doing? And that's
another thing. We got two different styles. Like, I actually took a poll a while ago because I was at a business workshop, and the young lady that was teaching the seminar, she was talking about businesses and moving forward with, this new generation. She was saying how if, like, I forgot what her job title was, but she does something about getting business together. I think she's like a branding coach or something. Mm-hmm. But she said if you send her an email to work with her and it has a Gmail, she's not going to respond. She says she only responds back to emails that are blah, blah, blah at yourwebsite.com or .org.
But that's our preference, though.
And then she was taking a poll of the audience, said, do you prefer email communication, DM, or text? And it was tossed up between DM or text. A lot of people in this new generation don't prefer email.
That's
that's me.
because he prefers text message.
It was a whole
DM.
poll. Don't email me. I just don't prefer.
I prefer email. That's me. I don't want to text business. Like, I just don't. Now, if we're on a personal level, yeah, maybe so. But for me, I would prefer email. I really, really prefer. Sean, that's the difference. Sean,
he's not gonna check his emails.
Who?
I get so many emails.
Why can't you check your emails?
I won't remember I have them.
He's not organized. That's the reason why. He's not organized. He doesn't do anything on organized. Like, he doesn't. Like, he wants things to be like, oh, okay. No, ain't nobody about to come to do. No, we're not doing that. Like,
I still get clients, though. And I still get good clients that do business through DM. It's okay to be different, honey. It's okay.
It's okay to use too.
You like
it's
email.
Okay too.
And there's nothing wrong with doing email.
And there's nothing wrong with doing text message. It's just not something that I prefer.
Right. And email is just something that I don't prefer.
So we always argue about how we gonna do this YouTube thing, because it's like...
That's why when we do correspondence, you're talking to her.
No, you took over the game night and you did it your way.
I only did that to the ones that were my friends.
No, you did it to everyone.
Oh, yeah, I did. But from now on, if we're doing correspondence with something, you're going to talk to her. But it's also because I know, like, when we did the game night, most of you should have seen that video. If not, put the link right here. My friends that were on there, the Feathersons, I know Dante is not going to check an email. I know that for a fact. He's not going to check an email. Even in he has his own company and he goes through DM to book all his clients. My email
was so cute too. I had our picture. It was so cute. It was so professional. It was so like
and you know what my DM said? Yo, bro, we got this game show and you and your wife need to hop up on it.
It was so professional. I had the instructions. I had the string. I had everything together, and then Sean took over and it was just that. And I was irritated.
Bro,
I was irritated. I was like, okay.
Yo, bro, check it. We got this game show. You and your wife, you know. But the game show was a success, honey.
It was a success.
We had a lot of fun.
Sierra didn't know what to do. She didn't have no instructions. She didn't know how we was going to do anything. And she was asking you, like, that stuff that, see.
No, Sierra knew exactly what to do. She had the questions right and everything. She asked me one question.
She asked you
one.
Okay.
One question.
All right, she asked you more than one. But Sierra, if you look at this, please
Sierra
comment.
is top notch. She knows what she's doing.
So what? She still needed instructions. She still needed something to go by. Everybody needs something to go by.
You're right, honey. I love you. You're right.
Whatever.
Anyway, back to our topic at hand. We went on a whole little tangent about that. Dating and being with an entrepreneur is hard work.
It is.
Because some people say, oh, I'll never do business with my spouse, because it can ruin marriages. Yeah. You can get into it so much, they'll be like, oh, you never support me, or you treat your other clients better than you treat me. And words can be said that can be hurtful, and it can end up ruining the relationship or marriage if you don't come together and figure out a way to do business together as a couple. So Kenya and I honestly told her, I feel like this YouTube is therapy for us, because even though we're doing business together, this YouTube is a business, like I said, but we're also venting.
Yeah.
And actually, some of these things, like, this isn't scripted. None of our videos are scripted.
Which I would want it to be.
No, I like the real rap raw. None of these videos are scripted, so I don't know what she's going to say. I don't know what's going to come out her mouth. So sometimes it's like, oh, wow, that's a good point. I didn't know you felt like that. And this is good. So sometimes going to business with your partner can be a good thing.
I think we always have to. One of the things I believe that we are learning, that just because we do business differently, that doesn't mean that the other doesn't care about what we have going on. You know, Sean is such a calm person, so you don't really know, how he's feeling on what he's really thinking. So I'm learning how to. Just because he's not like, oh my goodness, can you this and this, that doesn't mean he doesn't necessarily care about what we have going on. It doesn't mean that, he just, it's not something that, he wants to do. I very much know he wants to do it because he's always like, we got to do a video. We got to do a video. Okay, we got to do a video. I get it. But, I mean, I think that's one of the things that we're learning, just to know that even though we're not, I guess, expressing it the same way. I'm a late person. Like, I like to get my ideas at night and I like to spill them out all at once. And that's not Sean. He may have an idea, but he's going to give it to me right at that moment. And it's not going to be late. It's going to be some, in a calm situation that I may do it while we cooking, or, that's just how, that's how we flow.
At the most random time.
It'd be because I get ideas like that.
I'll be like, babe, you want to talk about that now?
Right. And I'll be like, yes, I got to talk about it now.
I'm chilling. I'm not trying
to think about
that.
And I want you to listen, and I need for you to, because I need to get it out. I need for someone to hear what I have to say. And then another thing about Sean is like, sometimes I don't want to say I don't want to like to tell him, because he'll be like, okay, yeah, I like that. No, I need you to say. I need you to say, no, that's not a good idea. I need to say that it is a good idea. I need for you to give me some critique and some stuff. So yeah, that kind of irritates me.
She does tell ideas at the most random time, and I had to get used to that because it irritated me at first, because I'm like, babe, I'm chilling, I'm watching TV, I'm not trying to talk about that. I love doing business with you, I love doing the YouTube with you, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to think about brainstorming a video idea. We could have done that 2 hours ago when
I wasn't ready to do it 2 hours
when
ago.
you was doing nothing but watching YouTube videos on your phone. We could have done it then, but now you want to do it when I'm into my movie. But
that movie ain't bad.
I'm used to it now because I know that's how she operates, so it doesn't irritate me anymore. Or it doesn't irritate me as much.
Because it still irritates you, but not as much.
It does. It irritated me when she said, let's do the video, because she was over there watching video, so I pulled out the game, about to start playing. It's time to record. You just saw me. I'm like, all right, honey, we can do it now. We can do it. Anyway, you got anything else?
No. So I do. How are we? What are we doing to help this situation? I think one of the things that I'm doing is that I'm coming to bed earlier than I was before.
Because that was a big issue.
She
would be up doing her work, and I'd brainstorming ideas till 1, 2 in the morning, and I got to get up at 5:30 to leave out for work. So it's like I wouldn't get to see her, and then until about a month ago, I wasn't getting home till 11:30 at night. So it's like I get home and she's still up working. That was kind of, I wouldn't say putting a wedge, but it was kind of having an impact on our intimacy and our communication, because I'm going straight to sleep and you out here brainstorming and stuff. So I wouldn't say I was getting jealous, but I was getting a little unmotivated to help her with her business and things. So I'm like, I don't get to see you anymore. But she has gotten a lot better at, compromising and things like that, and getting her brainstorming done earlier so she can come to bed at a reasonable time. What I'm doing to fix what we struggle with is I'm trying to become more organized. I'm going to try to plan stuff. As much as I don't like to, I'm going to try to do it because of who I'm working with. I may work off the top of my head. Everything's memorized up here. She doesn't work like that, so I can't get mad at her. I need to compromise and at least try to do things the way she does it. So that's how we're working on being married and entrepreneurs at the same time.
Yep.
So I hope you enjoyed our video. We love talking to you guys. We love all the support. We love all the shares and follows. And let us know what topics you might want to hear in the future. I don't think we've asked that before.
Nope.
Yeah, so let us know what topics you might want to hear, what you might want to hear from a young married black couple. And are we still newlywed? What's the cutoff for newlyweds?
I think like 5 years.
Oh, 5 years, really?
I believe so. I don't know.
Oh. Well, from a young black newlywed Christian couple.
Tell us what's the cutoff of newlyweds down below? Like, I don't know.
Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Or is it like 5?
I don't think it's 2 years.
2 years is still newlyweds?
Absolutely.
Oh, because John Legend said we passed the infatuation phase.
Okay.
Anyway, until next time.